Yo,
Yeah,
we back
you know
with
what time
another
it is.
episode of Tmsi podcast. We're on
Yep,
number
yep, yep.
3, back with the
Uh-huh.
illustrious host, the
Let's
prettiest of
go.
pets, and my brother right here. Tell him one more time who you
Come
is,
on, you
bro.
know the vibes, man. It's your boy Hassan, aka Mr. Not So Light
Mm-mm-mm.
Skin. Ask your girl, she knows about me. I'm kidding.
Woo!
I'm kidding, but not really. But
Nah,
yeah,
we ain't
welcome
kidding.
back to the episode, man. Like you said, number 3. We're working. Let's go.
Hey, wait, hold on.
All right, what's good?
Before you sip that tea, what they made you say this week?
I'm put the tea down for this. Oh damn. You already know, man. They made me lose my voice this week, man.
Damn,
The damn cops made me lose my voice, bro. I had to go
damn.
out there and scream at them because, we're gonna get into that pretty soon.
What's your battle cry? Let's hear it.
NYPD, you know what I'm saying? You get it how you live, man.
Yeah, you
So
sound
we
real
went out there,
intimidating.
dude. Very. For some reason, they didn't want to stop me, bro, because of my voice, man. It was crazy. I was leading the cries too, man. I
It's
was like,
cool. It's
yo,
cool. I'm gonna get you a megaphone.
that dude, I actually thought about it. If I had like a speaker, I'll just connect our podcast mic to it, and freestyle it, just get it how I live again
It's
out there.
tipsy.
Subscribe to Tmsi. I need my team, man. What they make you say this week, bro? Enough about me.
we gonna get into it with this discussion. So
Mm,
I'm gonna save it.
all right, perfect.
A lot was said.
A lot. I
A
know.
lot.
I know. All right.
Uh,
So, what do we get into today? What's the overarching topic today?
uh, damn. The overarching topic. I think it's gonna have to be, how do you properly get to your side chick house when they do leave to get groceries for the quarantine.
Uh, oh wow. This only applies
What's your
if
blueprint?
if you have a side chick. If you're out past curfew and they stop you, or like you're trying to get to your side chick's crib,
Okay. That's the
all you
blueprint.
need
Tell
is
her to tell the dude, oh, you should go out and protest. He gets stuck.
or you could use a protest excuse like, yo, I'm going out there to protest and vie for my rights, but we all know what type of rights you're vying
But her
for.
rights too,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Also, that's the easiest way to escape that curfew thing is to just go out there. I think it's about $10. I think $10 is a bit too much, but get yourself an essentials worker costume.
Mm-hmm.
One of those gowns. As soon as it's 8 o'clock, just don it on, put it on top of your outfit, man, and you're free to go wherever.
And if you're a brother like us, just tell them you the janitor. They should let you slide. Like, of
You
course
just need to.
of course this is the only job he could
Yeah,
get.
of course. He
Go
can't
ahead.
be nothing important.
Yeah.
Get out of there. Go, yo, pick yourself, matter of fact, But no, in all seriousness, we are gonna address what is going on with the country. The country's in flames, and rightly so. I don't give a damn. We need to get our voices heard, and I hope we're all doing it the right way. Protesting is very important. We need to let them know how structural racism affects us, especially as our communities as African American. If you have a white friend or somebody that's out of touch with the culture who doesn't
Even a
understand it,
black friend that might be out of touch.
yeah,
Because
a
those
coon.
exist too.
You should, you should, start the conversations with them. As uncomfortable as it might be, this is exactly the right time we're supposed to start this and vote, 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 vote. So I just want to say R.I.P. to George Floyd, rest in power. Ahmaud Arbery, rest in power. Breonna Taylor, we love
Exactly.
you, rest in power, and everybody else affected by this racist schematics of this country and the system. I don't want to like dampen the mood
Yo,
because this is no escape, but yeah.
I want you to share with everybody since you love photography, you're a photographer.
Yeah.
Just share those couple of tips with folks that might be out there just pretty much
Oh yeah,
documenting
yeah,
this.
yeah. So at the protest, I've noticed something. Photographers, this is not the time to be selfish and build up your portfolio. What is wrong with you? Protect the identity of the protesters. For myself personally, when I'm out protesting, my face is covered. But even on top of all of that, I refuse to be in front of a
Mm-hmm.
photographer who was not a part of the protest. So again, as a photographer, I came up with like different ways to get your pictures without exposing the identity of these people. Shoot pictures from a different perspective. Get a picture of a fist, hide the face of the person. Get a picture of someone that's fully covered just to protect the identity. Take silhouette
Exactly.
type shots, All of these could protect the identities of people. I don't think it is the safest thing to do if you're just out there shoving your camera in front of everyone's faces just because you want to document this time in history. I get that you want to do that, but
Hmm.
if you do, don't post it. If you do, don't post it. But to be
At
right with
least
the
wait
protests,
three
yeah,
years.
yeah, because again, there has been reports of the cops and the FBI using social media to track down protesters and further harass them. I think prior to this, I was just showing you the investigations the FBI were doing,
Hmm.
especially to the New York residents, and the right ways to combat that to get a lawyer and everything else. So again, if you're a photographer, the best thing to do is to blur the faces of the protesters. MGK shot a music video recently. He used videos from the protest, but it was really well done. Like you can't really single point out a very like someone's
Right.
identity from it, and that's exactly the type of perspective I'm talking about. So photographers, do better and start
Okay.
building your portfolios in this time of like urgent, like
Good point. Good point.
need. Yeah,
I would
yeah, yeah,
also like to add really quickly, we definitely have to pay attention to the language people are using. And we have to be the ones, and by we, I want to do this on both sides. I feel that we, on one side, will say they, and on one side, will say we. By we, I mean people that are dedicated to fighting for equality for everybody, fighting for justice for everybody,
yeah,
and trying to create a better life for everybody. We have to control the narrative. You can see, and again, I think I spoke about this on one of our lives. Do not buy into a lot of this big mainstream media, even if you feel like they're on your
yeah,
side,
yeah,
because you
yeah.
see how things are slowly changing. It went from protesting to civil
Looting.
unrest.
Yeah,
It went
and
from justice for all to, and again, people are like, and you can see it coming. Okay, we got justice for George, job done. No,
no, not
it's to
job done.
change the whole system.
Yeah,
So you can see that already. You can see that narrative already being formed. Because I saw something that's like, yes, everybody in the country just wants justice for George Floyd.
no,
We
that's
do
not
want
why
that.
all 50 states are out there. That's
Exactly.
part of the puzzle.
We
That's
do
just a
want
little
that,
part of the equation.
but it's much bigger than that. But we definitely want that. Because guess
Yeah,
what? That's part of the whole equation.
yeah. And that's what brought all of this together. So that's just the start.
Hmm.
That's just the start. I want us to abolish this sort of immunity that the cops had. I wrote it down, but I forgot. Damn, I can't remember that the name of it. But
We'll
yeah,
get to it. We'll
there's
get to it.
yeah, we'll
We
get to
got
it.
we're doing about what, three things today. So we got y'all.
Mm-hmm. For sure, for sure, for sure. All right, so let's get right into it, man. What's good?
All right. So today we are talking about the very strange relationship that America has with celebrities. And by
Woo.
that, we mean pretty much celebrity worship. So, Mr. Hassan,
Yes, what's up? What's up?
I got a question for you.
Talk
How
to
do
me.
you think we got to this point in celebrity worship? Part two of that question: what are the impacts you have seen on the shaping of our society and the influence it has on us as a people?
Well, one other
All right,
question.
great answer. Cool.
Damn. You see what he see how he treats me, y'all? Like, shoot. Like I was
Go ahead.
saying, uh, threw me off guard, man. Uh, I think America was always a business, and celebrity culture is good for business,
Mhm.
and that's how it's always been. Um, as Black people, we didn't even get our share of the pie until just recent. It's only like in the I don't want to fact I will state the wrong fact, but it wasn't until like recently that like you started to see a lot of like black representation in certain
Hmm.
specific genres and stuff like that. Um, Celebrity culture once again is great for business, and that's why it's perpetuated in almost every industry. Sometimes a celebrity would be a spokesperson for something they literally have
Right.
no idea about, and people feed
But
into
you know
it.
what? Hold on. Before we even go any further, let's define celebrity. Celebrity is the state of being known.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Continue.
And the leverage there's influence. This was prior to the term influencer. It was prior to all
Hmm.
of that. Celebrities had this widespread popularity, and companies saw it as a way of like using it to advertise their products and like get into the minds of people because people look up to these people. People have put them on a pedestal. People think they don't take shits, which they actually do, except Beyonce. I really believe Beyonce doesn't take shits. Uh, um,
Are
but
we
yeah,
we'll do the we'll get that documentary rolling, see what's happening.
for sure, for sure. But I think that's how it started. Obviously, movies, music, popular culture glamorize it as well, and the impressionable way of people, or the impressionable way of living has like led to perpetuating that to the
True.
masses. So when you see a celebrity wearing a shoe, an impressionable person will think that automatically qualifies it as being cool. So we're gonna go cop that
What the
shoe
thing is,
just
we
to
don't.
be as cool as a celebrity.
Oh yeah, but we don't look about. Sorry, not look about. We don't look into where that shoe comes from, what
Oh
it's
no,
made from,
as
who's
long as the
making it.
celebrity promotes it,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
and
Like,
as long as that celebrity identifies with your values or somewhere like closely relates to it,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, they all right, right?
But that's not even, some people don't even have to identify with values as long as you're a celebrity and
Hmm.
you just hold, let's say you hold this cup and you're like, buy this cup because I'm a celebrity. Essentially, there are people that will go out there and buy the cup because of how impressionable they are, you
Oh
know.
yeah.
So that should, like, that's my answer to the first part of a topic. The second part of it was, can you repeat that question again? Because I went on a tirade. And
No, you're good. What impacts have you seen this take on in shaping our society and
um
influencing us as a people?
I think it's led us to just falsely or like just believe in them without any credence. Like, people take their actions and words wholeheartedly without really knowing them.
Hmm.
Like, if you go on, like, let's say a show like Ellen, when she's giving out stuff to people, everyone is just quick to say, "Oh my God, Ellen is so kind. Oh my God, look at what she's doing for the culture. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that." But in actuality, it's not even her money. These are companies that are promoting themselves through Ellen, you know,
Right.
and you don't know the practices of those companies. Those same companies could be like, polluting the environment. Those same companies could be doing a lot of very terrible things, contributing to like, campaigns for political
Right.
offices that like are very corrupt and stuff like that. So it's it's led us to become just empty in a sense. We just believe empty promises and really don't judge them. And it's only in recent times that like people have started to like, micromanage celebrities in a way. And I'm here for it, but I'm also not here for canceling. But that's another topic for
Well,
another day.
I think
Because
we
what exactly is canceling? You know?
I think we do think we jump at things. We're very reactionary. We don't take the time to, like you said, do that research prior to supporting them. And then they say one thing which I think we're all due to say something stupid.
For sure.
That's life.
Everybody makes mistakes. Like, if you don't make mistakes, then I'm sorry. You're not a human being.
Exactly. How I
Except
see it,
me.
fuck out of here.
Oh no.
But how I see it, I definitely agree with you. It's good for business. It's good to attach that name to your business, whatever it might be. And again, you see people kind of intermingling with a brand that might not be all the way linked to their values or
Hmm.
your values, and that's why you identified with that person. Subject that's came back up just due to the current state of things has been Colin Kaepernick.
Oh yeah.
So Nike linked themselves with Colin Kaepernick. He was paid by Nike, but Nike has been known to make generous donations to the Republican Party.
Yeah, of course.
So,
A lot of companies actually. You'd be
oh yeah,
surprised. You'd really be surprised if you do your
but
research and
again,
find out.
it's out of personal interest because if I'm Nike, of course I want that tax break.
Damn right.
So, but again, is that we're looking at it as a moral decision when it's really a financial decision.
Financial decision.
But I can get finances from both sides. I could put out a t-shirt to say, hey, we love black people, but we're going to donate to the people that want to oppress you.
just take this ad and yeah, that should suffice. But it's a little band-aid on your problems.
Exactly.
And then little donations that would use as tax breaks. I mean, I'm here for the money. Donate to the cause because actually, it leads to actual action. It leads to
well, I want to
referendums and stuff being like sent to
uh-huh.
your local government and having bills passed and laws passed and like stuff like that.
But I want to say this is that a lot of these celebrities or and let's get this straight, y'all. We're not just talking about celebrities that are a movie star. Anybody can be a celebrity.
I could give a damn about a celebrity.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jeff Bezos, you could say is somewhat of a celebrity, right?
Anybody with influence.
Yeah. So we're not gonna just cut it from there. But then you really have to take time to think about things. So and don't mean to just use them as an example, but what the hell? If Jeff Bezos says, yes, I gave $1 million to this cause, great, that's a lot of money. But to him, that's very, 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 it's very insignificant. It's probably like giving $100.
Sure, if I'll take 100. I'll take 2 Virgils, bro. I'll take 2 Virgils.
So we don't really question that. But again, nobody's, I guess you could say no one's obligated to give anything.
Yeah.
But just in reality, if someone's supporting you, you should probably want to support them as well.
Yeah. For sure. Again, like I was saying, most of these people are not doing it for the right intentions. It's kind of like a PR stunt at this point, just to donate. And we all know they're gonna use that donation as like a tax escape later on, but that's fine. They're contributing to the cause, and all these financial incentives push the cause forward. So regardless of their intentions, it is still impactful. So we should not separate, but like keep that in mind as well. We'll take it and we'll use it to like fight the system.
But again, you need to see where your values lie. So if, let's just say, Trump was like, okay, I want to donate to Black Lives Matter.
Boy, if you don't get that crap out of here, I'm not.
But see, that's the thing. We can't play both sides. We can't say, oh, this or oh, that. Like, no, it's either you with it or you're not.
Yeah. That definitely does make sense. As simple as that, actually. Okay. I want to get you fired up real quick because I know how you feel about this guy.
What?
There's been breaking news. I woke up to this news this morning. Our guy, Mr. Kanye West.
That's your guy. That's your
donated $2 million to George Floyd's family. He also set up a college fund for a family as well.
Wonderful.
And he was out there in Chicago protesting for about 10 minutes until he left the protest. However, Mr. Kanye West has not made a statement yet on anything. He just used his money and donated. How do you feel about this, Senor Patrick?
All right, first of all, you're going to stop calling me that.
It's a good name, bro. Come on. Take it up. Senor Patrick. It has a nice ring to it.
All right, I'll start by saying this because I got a lot to say.
Oh,
but
what are you here for it? Turn it up.
Yo, turn me up.
I got you.
Find me somewhere soft to land.
Makeshift studio.
I'll start by saying this. You and I have both been really getting on everybody's ass to vote. And
Hell
first of
yeah.
all, to register to vote. And I think just as recent as March or April, he gave an interview because he was on the coverage EQ. We're both fashion lovers. We know that. We're aware of that. Within that interview, he still is going to support Trump. So that's what I'm saying is that you cannot have it both ways. Sometimes you want to have it both ways for certain people. You can't do that shit. So let me reel it back real quick. So when it comes to voting and it comes to, your political stance, it's your constitutional right to vote. So no, I can't tell you who to vote for. So I do agree with him saying that. Just because this or that, I can't tell you that. Use your right to vote for whoever the hell you want to vote for. I can't tell you to do that. What I'm trying to have everybody else understand is that we can't have it both ways. You can't say, hey, I'm going out here to protest, or hey, I'm going to post all these brands that donate to Trump or support Trump, but then you want to go buy a pair of Yeezy slides or go buy a pair of Yeezys and go march outside. You look at damn fool.
Yeah. I mean, the Yeezys are comfortable to protest in, so if you have them and if we're going to go out there and walk for hours.
Boy, I'll pull up on you right now.
What do you mean? Yo, if I have Yeezys, I can't wear them to go to a protest?
You ain't protesting with me with them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You want me to wear Vans to protest and my feet will hurt?
You ain't got no other shoes. You only got those two pairs of shoes.
Hey, listen.
I know you got some boots in there. Lying sack of shit.
All right. So back to Kanye West. What do you think the organizations he was donating to should have done? Since we all know where his values lies, we all know who is supporting. At the end of the day, he's black though.
Is he?
Yes. I mean, look at his skin.
I don't care about his skin. Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Look.
To play devil's advocate.
Okay.
What if Kanye is having a realization? What if he's starting to realize that, okay, maybe I'm wrong, and it is time to step up and make the wrongs right.
Anybody in your actual life, if I did you wrong, you would want to hear from my mouth why I feel like I did that and what I actually did, correct?
Yes, for sure.
Has he done that?
No, but okay. To hold on real quick. What if he does? What if he does?
Okay, you living in if land. I'm talking about reality.
Yeah, but
that's it.
I mean, he's starting to show actions that depict.
Has
remorse.
He not done that before?
Again, look at the quotations.
Has he not done that before?
Remorse.
Has he not done that before?
I don't remember him feeling sorry for his statements back then.
He would say little things and try to do little things, and okay, I'm saved again. I'm in whatever. All that's
man.
Wonderful.
That was just a ploy to sell albums and get white people money.
Exactly. So
you know that, and be tax free at that too, because it's a religious organization.
All right, look. So everybody's wanting in this current state. Everybody's bringing up Malcolm X. Da da da. Okay, first of all, I want to set one thing straight. Malcolm X represented much more than just, we're gonna be violent or this and the third. If that's your limited knowledge on Malcolm X,
then read the book.
You need to educate yourself. So he had a speech about the house Negro. And in that speech, there's a good line in there that I would say identifies with Kanye West. The house Negro identifies more with his master than he does himself. Whenever you've seen him with Trump, what is he always talking about? Oh, this guy, he's a superhero. He's this, he's that. I want to be like this. He wants
that tax break.
Whenever he is talking about anybody, he's identifying with them more than he does whoever he is as an individual.
Yes.
So that's the issue. All right, we'll pick up another one. After he said those stupid statements, and that's like 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
It wasn't an apology where he was very contrite or anything like that. It was one of those apologies like, oh, look, I know my words can hurt people, and I'm sorry for that, and I'm sorry that y'all felt that way, basically. If I wronged you, would you accept that apology, or you like, you know what, Pat is full of shit?
I'm gonna call a lawyer. I won't call a lawyer, but like But then again, I mean, personally, I'm a very like easygoing person, and I don't know. I like to look at the brighter side of things. For all we know, maybe he could actually like again, maybe we're living in maybe land there. The facts are there. He said these things.
Yeah, but
He
look,
said these
again,
things.
again, I'm just telling you, what does it add up to look like? I want to attach my name to this to look a certain way.
I like a lot of other
And
companies are doing.
he's the one, and this is the pandemic time where he's arguing with Forbes, like, oh, you got my billions wrong. So he's very elitist anyway. And if y'all don't know, if y'all actually believe what Forbes puts out there, you're stupid because you can pay to have that altered.
You
So
stupid.
for real, like, again, we have to educate ourselves. Don't just believe everything on face value
Do your
because
own research.
plenty of, wealthy people exist on that list. You don't just use your head, please.
What does it even matter? Like, okay, this is a list of rich people. Focus on yourself, man. Like, hey, if you go on Forbes and you're just looking that up, what are you like doing it for?
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
So I
If
want
you
to say
know how much
this.
someone makes, it doesn't add any value to your life
No, it
whatsoever.
doesn't. Why do you care? Don't count another man's pockets. One
Yeah.
simple rule of life. So
And I know how much are you making?
don't count another man's pockets. You could get hurt.
Let me hold a Virgil.
I'll fresh out. But like I said, that's his with the current interview, that was in March or April, still expressing his support for Trump. So he goes out there for 10 minutes, doesn't say anything.
The 10 minutes is an estimate. He didn't stay for the entire thing, is what I was saying.
Okay, so what does that look like to you? What did the president just do? A photo out, right?
Oh yeah,
Let me get out here.
And he got his fit picture taken.
Show my face, and then I'm out
for the gram real quick, and then.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't have it both ways. So everybody, we post, like I said, I've seen everybody post this list. Oh, don't support this company, that company, that company. But a lot of these people I know got a pair of Yeezys or just bought the little stupid little slides. You look like a fool. You look like a fool.
Yeah, definitely. But I also believe in the separation of the art from the artist.
No. Again.
No.
Again.
I'm literally.
Listen. You could believe in that, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? If that company, if you view that company as whatever they produce as art, and they are in full support of someone that goes against your values, and if we want to be honest, someone that wants to continue to oppress you, you look like a fucking fool. It's no other.
I don't have the slides, by the way, if anybody's wondering. I don't have them.
You better not. But you know,
if you come over, I'm hiding them.
Yeah, you look like a fool.
Not me. Damn, you look like a comic.
No, I'm
pointing at me.
You. No, but it's like,
you fool.
Again, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, don't support these companies, don't do this.
No, I definitely understand.
And then this dude, again, just as recent as March or April, it's somewhere in between that with the interview. Y'all can fact check it. But he's still in support of that.
True.
So what is that saying? That goes against everything that you're putting out there. And my thing is this: if you think you can sacrifice or make the sacrifices that are necessary to get to a point where we're all equal and we all have a fair justice system, but you can't sacrifice not buying a pair of fucking Yeezys, guess what? You don't got the intestinal fortitude. You ain't got the shit to make it work. All right?
Oh, shit. He's going
you
off,
don't.
y'all.
It's true. If you can't sacrifice that, what can you do? What can you truly do? If I told all of y'all throw away all them Yeezys right now, some of y'all wouldn't do it.
I'll resell it and take my money back. Yeah.
No, throw it away.
That's money I'm wasting.
You waste money.
Resell it and donate it.
You waste money on plenty of things throughout the year. And that's the thing. The last time I was home, I spoke with my Aunt Ree. My Aunt Ree is about 92, 93. So she's seen a lot, pretty much all the stuff that, we are speaking about now. She had been in the midst of all that. So and when she's talking about how she grew up, just the things she had to do just to go get water every day. And it's like, we can't sacrifice this. We can't say, you know what? We appreciate it, but keep that. Because guess what? As a
Yeah,
people, all these funds that we've started as a people for every other individual that has fallen victim to police brutality, we've done that as a people.
it's for
So
sure.
you telling me we can't do that? We can't.
So, in your opinion, the family should have never received that money from Mr. Kanye West.
I'm not, again, I don't know the family's financial situation. Steven Jackson, former NBA player, was a close friend of George Floyd. I'm pretty sure that he had something planned to inject some funds into that family.
Oh yes, for sure.
I'm
They've
just gonna
raised
go
more
out
than
on a
$3 million
limb.
for the
Yeah,
family to start with.
exactly. So
But
I'm a prideful man. I would not take it
yeah,
because I have heard nothing from you that's in support of it, and all you continue to say, I'm gonna keep supporting the person that's going to continue to try to oppress you.
so what are your thoughts on me taking the money
Mm-hmm.
and then using it to fund further protests and further voices out there, further referendums that will lead to laws and bills being passed that will protect us as black
Look.
people.
Again, I think that's a beautiful
I
thing.
mean, we could choose to not support you, but use your money.
No. That's a beautiful thing. But guess
That's the
what?
opposite thing of what they're doing to us. They'll take our money and not support
Oh
us.
yeah, but look, that whoever those individuals are not gonna let you forget that that's their money.
We've used it already, so what are you
No,
gonna
no, no.
do?
But they're not gonna let you forget, and we know that these people, especially someone like that with the
If
ego
you're
the
bringing it
size of the
out,
planet.
if you're bringing it out, then it exposes you furthermore. If you go out there and you say, "Well, I donated 2 million," like shut up, people die. You know.
Right. But do you think some of these people actually care about that?
But then again, the financial part of it is like quite important, and I believe that we could take their money, but we should separate their money from like who they are, and like
I
we
don't
know
want
where
it.
they start.
Like I said, I'm a prideful man.
Yeah, now I could tell.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. And I wouldn't do anything crazy, cussing them out. Like, thank you. I appreciate it. But unfortunately, you are supporting the other side, and you've made that very clear. And you came out and said nothing, gave no indication of anything else. So me as a black man, I thank you for looking out, but I am going to figure it out on
Yeah.
my own. But
Nah,
God bless you. Thank you.
see, that comes back to us as being very forgiving people as well. Like within these protests, it's so easy to
Yeah.
see cops kneeling down and people kneeling down with them, and then
Mm-mm.
10 minutes later, there's pepper spraying you. Same cops. So when I first saw that, what came in my mind was that, yo, I know this is employed by like the police force to kind of like, get in there and disperse like this
Right.
protest. I know the commander in chief probably told them to, yo, kneel with them. Because I saw with the MTA, when these protests first started, the MTA buses were being like, tagged and everything. Excuse me. But the next day, actually,
Mm-hmm.
all of them will honk in accordance with the protest. And it's nice to see, but we shouldn't be that impressionable, you know, because at the end of the day, they're probably just doing it to save their buses. Probably just doing it to save their
Oh yeah.
asses on the street. Because
Again,
yeah,
we cannot allow them to control the narrative. The narrative will be like, well, aren't you guys happy the police knelt with you? Well, aren't you happy uh George Floyd's
if you
killers were convicted?
right,
Yes, I would be
yes,
happy about that. It's a bigger picture.
yeah,
And
and that's
again,
what we're
do
going for.
not let them control the narrative. Do
Yeah,
not listen to that narrative.
just don't watch the news as much. Protect your
Independent
mental like
media.
health in these times. What I've personally done was I left IG. I don't go on
Mhm.
Instagram as much because of the sensory overload over there. I literally just come back on there like once a week just to catch up on like a few messages
Right.
here and there that I'm sending. And that's about it. So protect your mental space. Make sure your home becomes your sanctity. Like you come home, make sure you're relaxed. Make sure you're taking time to like just be by yourself and not just continue watching these videos because these videos are not natural. Like watching violence is not a natural thing. You're gonna develop certain like reactions to it, and that further leads to like um other types of anxieties and stuff like that. Now another celebrity, my man, my designer, someone who's
You like all these boys, huh?
hey man, I again, I'm not liking them for like their personalities or who they are.
You can't separate
It's
it.
their representation
You
Earth is
can
a
look,
reflection of
look,
like us in that space because there's very
listen,
few of us in the
right.
spaces they've
But
penetrated.
what good are is that person doing if
Oh,
they're
well,
just
I could
selling
tell
out?
you about Virgil. What Kanye is very difficult to defend because the
Oh,
dude.
I'm still on Kanye, but
Oh no,
go
I was
ahead,
gonna
continue.
introduce a man from Ghana, West Africa, same as me.
Mm-hmm.
He's from the Greater Accra region. He was born in Chicago. His family is Ghana. Look up the Ghana tribe. You should get in touch with your roots if you're African American. So, giving you a few things you can look up. The Ghana tribe is spelled Ga tribe. Very beautiful culture, expressive dances,
Okay.
colors, and everything. Mr. Virgil Abloh. That's how you say his name. Virgil Abloh. That's how you say it, the Ghanaian way. Virgil Abloh. I believe this guy is far removed from the culture to the point that he doesn't see it and he lives in his own bubble with like this whole creative thing. Um, I'd always compare him to Pierre Morse, Caribbean Gene Raymond from Pierre Morse,
Mm-hmm.
and the way Pierre Morse uses his platform, which isn't designed to be political in any form, to spread a message, it's far different from what Virgil does. I think this was the first time I've seen Virgil really like address like certain issues and did a poor job with that, honestly. You know, he tried to do it, but because he wasn't really in touch with the culture, he's just with his friends that are also rich that have been far removed from like again the situations that we face. I don't think he could express it well. And I think it's his job to go back there and like actually talk to people on the street one on one. Come back on the hood. Talk to the
What?
guy on the block
Look.
who's experiencing this.
I'm
Then you could go out there and make statements because your money, dude, you only give 20K if anything. Like you're the creative director of a whole Louis Vuitton.
for men's, right?
Yeah, no, no, he does both.
I thought
So
okay,
Louis
cool.
Vuitton, he was a creative director for that. And as a black guy, honestly, if you're doing something for the culture, I don't see it, and I think you should be vocal about it. If you're starting
Mm-hmm.
programs that allow, like people like us to break into that sort of creative space where our ideas are being stolen anyways. You use streetwear, which is from our culture anyways, to propel yourself up there. You should be vocal about it. Everyone should know that Virgil started this program, and if I'm a black designer and I can't get manufacturers anywhere, at least Virgil has this for me. Because guess what? Kirby is doing it. His own manufacturing spot is used to like also provide resources for up and coming designers that will not get those resources anywhere else.
Right.
So put your money where your mouth is. And his comments about the looting rubbed me wrong, man. Pause. But like we all
Can you
know
say
Sean.
those? Can you say those for everybody? You had
What?
a the comment just in case
Oh
people
yeah,
aren't aware.
so he essentially put up an IG story,
Okay.
um, kind of coming at people for destroying Round Two, a vintage store, and the vintage store is in multiple locations. There's one in LA, there's one in New York. I've been to the New York one. The owner of that store is Sean Witherspoon's. You know those rainbow Nikes that were trending a while ago, those Air Maxes. He was the
Yeah.
guy behind that. He's signed with Adidas now. Not that it matters right now, but the fact that
No, it gives people
Virgil,
some context. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, the fact that Virgil went on the story to like condemn that and then tell people, oh, you guys are too materialistic, blah blah blah. You're doing this. This is someone's business, and yo, the people dying outside, man.
But you see, this is the thing.
You
So we're
know,
talking about holding these celebrities accountable.
and
Oh,
we
y'all are
did,
too
we
materialistic.
did.
You are again. This motherfucker puts out a $500 t-shirt.
Dude, his socks is like way above the. His socks are like 150 if I'm not wrong, but like
Yeah. So
it's
you are banking on the fact that we will be too
and it's not him,
materialistic.
and there's the people on top of him. He started being profitable, and that's why LVMH signed him. You
Oh
got to look
yeah.
at it. It's just a way to exploit our culture. I'm sorry, Virgil, if you end up seeing this video. But
I
again,
don't
I
care. I
haven't
ain't
seen it.
sorry.
If you're doing things for the culture, it has to be propagated, man. The same way you advertise your stuff, same way you advertise your designs, the same way
Mm-hmm.
you talk about all these other like concepts you're working on. It should be the same way you're showing what you're doing in the community, man. You should be going to schools and talking to people. You should be funding programs. You should be like, because you grew up there. Given the fact that you grew up in a house with two parents, and like I know from a Ghanaian perspective, our
Okay.
parents are very strict on us. We don't get to like wild out or like experience all of these crazy like practices that like other of our African American brothers are subjugated to in the communities, doesn't mean you weren't out there. But like, all these other people going through the fashion community, you see it in rooms. You're sometimes you're probably the only white guy, black guy in there.
Again, even with us, you cannot be a celebrity and try to have things both ways.
No,
You either in or you out.
or you're out. So
Simple as that.
now, if you're donating, that's fine. But again, my guy Virgil, use your voice. And I really love the fact that like he apologized, but then he no, but like it was kind of like him saying, okay, like I get it, I'm wrong, and I'm gonna go back and do better. So we're closely watching your next actions, man,
Oh yeah, but that's the
because we're
thing.
not gonna forgive people that will take from the culture and just like exploit it. And when it's time for you to use your voice, you're kind of in and out.
But look,
Like,
this is the thing. Like, make you know what I'm saying? Really show that. I don't care about an apology. Again, that's some little, oh, I'm wrong. And that's what everybody always say. That's not my character. That's yes, it is.
hey,
Like, no, let's be real now. Let's be real. Anytime, pretty much anytime anyone ever apologizes, that's a celebrity or has a platform or they have great influence. Always in that apology is what? That's not my
I'm not usually
character.
like this. I don't do
That's
this.
not me. That's you sure? Because I've seen nothing else that would indicate otherwise.
Yeah, and even like to add on to it, my God, you're Ghanaian, bro, and I've never really seen him say almost anything about Ghana until recently in his
I never
apology.
have.
When I heard his name, I knew he was Ghanaian. You know,
Yeah.
the only
But
time I've ever
again,
seen him like talk about Ghana was when he put a picture of the Ghanaian flag on one of the Louis Vuitton like thing. But that's about it. And you sold it. Like
mhm.
I've never seen you take a trip. Again, I'm comparing you to Kirby because I see what he's doing and he's very vocal.
Man, round of applause for him.
Yo, Kirby, I love you, man. And your sneakers, even though they're reselling for high, I'm gonna cop it. All right, I'm gonna cop that, and I'm gonna wear it because you put your money where your mouth is. And even though, like, I was reading an article yesterday, and I think in
Mhm.
2018 when he launched his fall collection, he played videos of police brutality and like very graphic videos at a fashion show. You can imagine how all those buyers, fashion editors, and
Oh yeah.
everybody in that room felt.
But I
And
feel
because
like
of that, he lost upwards of 120K because they didn't buy his collection. But he didn't. Again, he did it to spread a
but
message.
guess what? That lets you know who's in the room.
Yeah, he owns everything.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. He's not being
And
controlled,
Virgil
man.
do not.
He owns Off White, but like
No, he doesn't.
he does.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
It's
It's
owned
a
by that
partnership with
Italian company.
New Guards Group, and that's been bought by Farfetch, anyways. But he does own Off White. I don't know if he sold it or not, but I
I
think
don't
he's
know.
still
It
he's
don't look
still
like he owned
because
it flat out.
Farfetch. I mean, it could be a distribution deal or something like that, but
So he not
fully
all in control is what I'm saying, basically.
creative controls his. I guess that's what I'm
Right.
referring to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what good is that if you don't if
Again,
you
the other celebrities that also use from this culture that are not talking. I'm looking at you, ASAP
Mhm.
Rocky. Yeah, yeah. When you were locked up in Sweden, we were all out here for you, man.
But again,
Remember?
follow these people's actions. He says some little foul stuff. What do he say? Oh, this police brutality, it don't affect me. But then as soon as it is impacting him, now he wants help. Now he understands.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know, maybe he's doing something behind closed doors. I have
No.
no clue.
If you're doing something behind closed doors, now's not the time to close the freaking door, man.
But look, when
Open
you
the door. We need
but
to see you use your platform,
do
your
it,
influence.
do it tastefully. Don't come out here and be like, oh, look what I'm doing. Like, no,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
just be honest
Don't
about
be
what you're
flexing
doing.
with your donations either.
Yeah.
If you're donating and you're not out
We
here
don't
in the
need a
streets
picture
or
of the
you're not
check.
like teaching your homies how to go register to vote, then shut up.
Yeah, it could
Shut
be
up.
anything. It could be just buying a bunch of water for everybody that's
Yeah.
protesting. You got enough
Yeah.
money to do that. I mean,
Of course.
anything.
And I better see all these celebrities at the voting thing. I want to see those stickers online. I do know that voter registration is going up, and honestly, that makes me really
Mm-hmm.
happy. Can we give it a round of applause for all the people registering to
Oh,
vote?
yeah.
Yes. Yes. Let's get rid of all these corrupt local officials. Let's get rid of them and put people in place
But
where we can hold
still,
them accountable. Oh
research.
yeah, that's why I
Don't
was talking about
say, okay,
accountability.
yeah. Don't say, oh, this person's corrupt. let me just put the next person in. Research that person too.
Yeah, yeah, and we're gonna talk to a few people in the community that are directly involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
People that are not biased, that will give you the right information and where to find the policy of these candidates and where to look for it, where to how to hold them accountable, how to use your town hall meetings, how to vote for the next district attorney, and all of that. But let's proceed, man. I think I'm going off on a tirade here, but like again,
I mean,
Virgil,
it's
you've
all
cemented yourself as the $50 bill for now and forever.
it's
Nobody's
all
gonna,
relevant. It's all
yeah,
relevant. You
nobody's gonna
know,
say 50 anymore. It's Virgil now. So
a verse.
yeah, so all the Virgil states are protesting. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing to see, and
it's
I'm
all.
glad your name is being put in this context because they will hold you accountable.
But again, we have to, even with this movement, keep the pressure on.
Yeah,
So when things turn back up, don't everybody go rush out. Because again, do I want a pair of Jordan 1s with just a zip tie on it?
I was never a fan of those zip ties. Honestly, I like the shoes, but the
Ooh,
zip
oh,
tie,
he really changed it up. Let me tell you.
uh, the zip ties, I didn't see a point of it. But again, every designer is creative in their own ways, and I'm not gonna crap on it. But it looks like cheap design to me. I'm sorry. But that,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it is what it is. If I was to buy them, I'll cut the zip tie off because it's uncomfortable. If I want to wear my pants over, it's could be scratching my legs. My God, I
All
just
right,
want
all
to be
right,
comfortable,
all
man.
right.
I'm sorry, but I still want the UNC ones though. So if you guys want to set up a GoFundMe for that, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
40 million unemployed. You better get to looting, brother.
Oh, again, I would never loot again. Um, on top of that, speaking about unemployment, Patrick, do you want to give us a few updates or
Hmm.
the new bill that's being like debated by the Senate? It's passed through the House.
Oh,
You,
I have
no.
not.
Oh well, I checked earlier today
Yeah,
and stated that they have a few options that they were looking at. They
I
want to
just know it
have,
hasn't been like, oh,
yeah,
we just gonna accept this.
they passed something for small businesses, the PPE. I think they passed something about that. You could do your own research on that. If you have a
Mhm.
small business, this is the time to apply for those forgivement loan programs from the government. Um, but in regards to the unemployment, the next unemployment checks or the extra $600 that's on top of it, um, right now it is scheduled to end for June
July.
31st.
No, July.
Is July
Yeah,
31st?
July 31st, I believe.
They extended it. I thought it was June
No,
31st.
no. Let me here. I'm gonna check real quick.
Yeah. Okay, so July 31st. But in the
Hold on.
meantime, they want to introduce incentives to send people back to work. And one of the incentives out there that I found interesting was that they want to give people $450 as a weekly bonus for going back to work. And that would maybe like, provide an
But let
incentive
me.
for
Can I
people
just say
to,
something?
yeah, what's up?
Them rushing you back is not an indication that it's safe.
Oh
Them
yeah,
rushing you back
for
again.
sure.
Okay, so I've known people that that, you know, put out these conspiracies and this, that, and the third. Look, these these elite people, even some of the celebrities, we're going to
Elite,
continue
elite.
this conversation. This is just important information we have to inject into it, but they want you out there to keep
To make
lining
their
their
money.
pockets.
Easy as that. Simple. We all know
That's
that.
it. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's safe outside.
It's obviously not safe, but we're still out
And
there protesting.
it's kind of ironic, and I think the protest is necessary. It's definitely necessary.
Oh
So
hell yeah.
anybody that's out there, please, take those safety precautions. If you
Cover
don't
your
have
face.
masks or anything, we can share some websites where you can buy some affordable
The people
masks.
also give masks out there at the protests. I've
Oh
seen
yeah, that's
multiple
what's up.
people doing that.
There was a story where, and I believe it, where Trump was saying, "Oh, can't we just have everyone go out there and get it anyway?"
And get
And
what anyway?
the coronavirus.
Oh.
And look, again, really just follow everyone's actions. In our celebrity culture, the way we worship him, why you think he's there? So,
Yo, if we get another celebrity candidates and you guys vote for that candidate, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna just pack my bags and move to Canada. It's as simple as that. Because what? Because I saw people tweeting that The Rock, people want him
no,
to run for
please
president,
no.
and I'm like, Yo, haven't you guys learned
Think
your
about it this
lesson?
way, y'all. You gotta have experience to be the manager at McDonald's. So
True.
you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, come on in. You ain't never done anything political. You don't understand anything. Come on down. How was
Who
that
will
ever
make
worked
the
out?
decisions
Does
for you?
anybody remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor?
Damn, what did you call him?
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
It's
Nager? I don't know how do you say his last
Arnold
name.
Schwarzenegger.
All right, whatever.
Naga.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was just again like these people I don't believe understand the policies well, or like know exactly why they're there anyway. So again, we're doing this. We're talking about celebrity culture and celebrity worship because we want you guys to hold them accountable, and we want you to perfectly judge them based on their values and like the way they represent themselves, and hold them accountable. Just because like one person makes a donation doesn't mean yeah, that's it. He's with us. Nah, he could go home and be calling you all sorts of N words with the ER. You would have no idea.
This is giving me difficulties, but I'll share it on my story or
On
something.
your Instagram story,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So it is July 31st. Yeah.
it should be.
Okay.
But I will get
If
that
we're, if it, if
exact
we're
date.
wrong, just like help us out in the comment and just like leave it down there, just so people would know. All right.
Yes, that would be
Let's
wonderful.
move on to the next part, mate.
Okay. Are you ready?
Of course, I'm ready, my good friend.
Okay, cool.
We're almost
Is
at the Virgil mark, by the way. I'm not gonna let this Virgil
you
thing go, man.
any chance you get to use it, huh?
I'm just walking around waiting till it's like three. It's 3-0 Virgil right now. Would you look at that? Ooh.
So you're not a comedian.
I tried stand-up comedy once this year. I'm never gonna post that video, but I did it. I did it. All right. And if I want to be a comedian, I will be a comedian.
All right.
I enjoy stand-up comedy though. That's just a side note. I love it a lot. Comedians are funny, and they're allowed
I
to
do as well.
make jokes out of everything. I think that's the one art form that shouldn't be policed.
Oh yeah, don't go there if you're one of those people, one of these newfound people that's offended by
Oh
everything.
my God! How could you say that? You hurt my feelings, idiot. You paid for the ticket,
Okay,
and you sat in the front. You're gonna get roasted.
you're gonna get some spit on your face. It's all right.
It's okay. Or you can leave. It's as simple as that. I'll keep your money though.
Okay, my last question. Is
Yes,
there a
Mr.
way
Patrick.
to alter the thinking of the society to value themselves and identify with themselves before they look towards a celebrity? Can I answer this real quick?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
of
I know I
course.
asked you, but
You looked eager. It's like, yo, I'm gonna ask you this question, but
I'm gonna let
it's
you
mine.
go.
Before you can say anything,
But not really.
Patrick had the best album of all time.
I think a perfect way of doing this, it usually starts with parenting too. Turning off the TV, disconnecting from that, and learning what you like, learning what you value.
Yeah, yeah.
I think those are just some very
Can you
simple
give us
baseline
examples of how
solutions.
you've done that?
How I've done that?
Yeah.
I mean, I said to hell with all the no.
Oh. To hell with my Netflix. When there are no more shows to watch, when new ones come back, I'll probably will check it out still. But to hell with them. I'll tell you.
Oh, I've done it. I think it started at a young age. So, for
Yeah.
example, I mean, I love sports. I've always been into sports.
Shout out to soccer.
And just to soccer.
That's it. Because Americans don't want to give it any precedence, but I love soccer, and it's always a part of. Again, shout out to soccer. It's fun. That's all.
Shout out to the real football.
Yeah, the real football, not that damn little thing you guys are doing. Let me leave that alone.
But I think one way I've done it, and starting at a young age, I remember seeing, I think it was Patrick Ewing at the airport with my father. My dad's like, "Oh, you should go say what's up, get an autograph." Because I used to have like all my little basketball cards and things of that nature.
Dude, you still have them? They're worth a lot more right now, bro.
I don't know.
We're going to go to Ohio. We're going to find them. And we're going to resell the hell out of them.
Oh, okay.
Mark that. We're going to make that a trip.
You have to research like every card or
Dude,
something.
I'm down. If you have a box full of
Mm.
them, we're about to make us
Oh,
money.
oh, I can get $20 for it.
20, I'm
Nice.
talking thousands. You're talking about 20. Yeah, I'll give you the cards that are worth like a little $5.
Yeah, all right,
Pocket
all right.
the
Yeah,
$1,000 cards.
that's messed up. But and I was like, nah, like, he got a family. He's sitting
Yeah.
there,
Even at a
chilling.
young age.
Yeah, I mean, I think, but again, like I value that individual for the sport, just enjoying like learning the skill from that individual. But I knew like I don't know if they connect with me. And you're just a person at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because again, what we said in the beginning, to define sorry, look at me stuttering. To
To find a
define to define a celebrity, it's just the state of being well known. That's it.
Yeah.
So
That's
literally anybody could be
any
a
idiot could be a celebrity at
celebrity.
some point.
So I realized, hey, he has a family. He's sitting there trying to enjoy his time. Cool. What is that really going to do for me in this moment? Nothing. So I think that's how I started to look at it. It's like, it's when you really just strip everything down, you're just a person.
Yeah.
People will put something else on you because other people are into that. And people are into that herd thinking, that herd mentality.
Yeah.
So, oh, well, I should value them too. I should think they're cool too. Or other people in this, they're cool too. I'm influenced by them too. Like, no, what do you want? What do you want? And again, in Malcolm X's speech, we can, flip that to this. When the house Negro identifies more with his master than he does himself. And I don't mean to like bash the whole Kanye Kardashian thing, but I'm just gonna say only because that family,
because you hate the slippers.
Nah, hell no. Only to say because that family has had a really big influence. We'd be stupid to sit here and say they
Of
haven't.
course.
And you see a lot of women that want to dress exactly like that, appear exactly like that, live that same exact lifestyle. I mean, and maybe that is the lifestyle you were trying to live before you even heard about them. If so,
yeah,
cool, whatever.
Kudos to you.
Good to you. Good for you. But take some time to get to know you. Do you really like that? Do you truly, truly like looking like that? Do you truly like acting like that, dressing like that, behaving like that? You need to answer those questions first. Yeah. Who am I? Who is Patrick as an individual? And I think that's the way
now, Patrick is a motivational speaker.
Nah.
but no, I definitely understand. I definitely understand though. On like self-identity and like not making other people influence you as much. Like if you know what you like, this directly correlates with fashion as well. Like you could easily just wear whatever's trending, but like we could both agree that if you wear all the trending stuff all at once, and you do look like a fool. Again, in our jobs, we've both met celebrities. Remember, like at our jobs, we literally meet celebrities all the time, and not one time have I taken my phone out to say, "Let me get a picture," because at the end of the day, they're regular people, and if you can have like meaningful conversations with them, it's a lot memorable.
And again, you need to see who they are as a person. Because again, what you said,
they could always turn on that celebrity thing on them.
Oh yeah, but I don't feel like we've ran into much at work where it's like they were on some bullshit. Maybe like one or two, but for the most
like
part,
a few rappers that I didn't even know. Like
and that's the thing is like you need to pull it back and see who they are as a person. And again, we could say, oh, I just want to separate this from that, but I'm like, okay, so you listen to the music, you say you're against domestic violence, but this individual beats the hell out of their wife every night.
That's effed up.
So can you really separate the two? I just want to go back to that.
No, I mean, for sure, like, hell no. There's certain things where I'm talking about art in general. Like, you can still appreciate the art, but like not support it. You can look at it. If you like Yeezy shoes, there's no problem with just sitting there looking at it. It's like putting your money.
Okay, that's a better.
That's what I meant. Or like the mechanisms. Like I follow Virgil because of his way of thinking, like, and his way of coming up with ideas and like.
But you know what I've been doing though?
What up?
I too, we both in fashion. I too do look at Kanye because we can't sit here and deny that he has not had a huge impact on fashion.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to reel that back in and say, hold on, there's other individuals of color that are are having a big impact and are going to have a larger impact. And
Yes.
maybe we just need to get behind them, support them. Maybe that might be you. Maybe it might be me. Maybe it might be
Yo, go support Charlie.
guy down the street. So look, we have to look at those other alternatives too. Because we're like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I like to look at that. But like, there's all these other options out here.
Yeah. And in addition to that, use this time in quarantine to know yourself, man. Like,
Mhm.
wake up earlier. The early, like, I find this really relaxing and really more like really just like meditational in a sense. Like whenever I wake up around whenever I'm up around 5 a.m., everything is quiet
Oh yeah.
and you're just stuck with your thoughts. And it's one of the most productive times, or one of those times where you could just sit and reflect on yourself and ask yourself the questions that matter. Like we said in earlier episodes, if something is in your mind, or if a project or like an idea is in your mind, or like a career is in your mind that you're still like you can't get rid of it, and you're
Right.
still like thinking about, it's probably the one. So you need to find time to sit there, think about it, and like devote some time into divulging what that could be. So with the self-reflection aspect, don't let a lot of things impede on your judgment. So let's say you watch a music video, like you're reading an article or anything, find ones things
And you
that
know
could
what?
align with your values and like take from it, and detach from that whole like celebrity thing.
Exactly.
It's not an easy thing. Like
But you know
again,
what? I want to make a point.
what up?
You brought up music videos. So when you're looking at a
Big
music
facts.
video, a
Yo, if you have
movie.
a music video, I'll style it for you. Holla at me.
I just want to say
Holla
this
at
real
your
quick.
boy.
But
My job.
damn, a music video or hell, reading the Forbes list or whatever, you cannot live like an entertainer. Because a lot of people are that's it. They're entertainment. That's
Yeah.
purely entertainment. So that's another way I've looked at it throughout my life. So you separate those things as
Oh yeah.
okay.
Well, when I was saying just music videos, what I meant was like
Oh
the
no.
artistic directions and stuff like
I
that.
wanted to. I was just making a point about music videos. That's
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Because you brought the subject up. I'm like, let me. This could be a good point to branch
I
off of
brought
it.
the subject up so you could predicate on it. Ooh, yo, come on, man.
So we not buying
Subject
his
and
album.
predicate. Come on, like these are like functional part of the English language. Subject and predicate. Like my bars are too heavy for y'all. It's all good.
Try again.
Sorry. But no, you were saying I brought the subject up and you want to predicate on it.
Well, so a lot of people will look at this, and like you said, when you get up, you're knowing yourself. You have to know yourself, identify with yourself first. So when you see these things, like, oh, okay, oh wow, look at this, they're wearing this. And we just spoke about fashion, how you can wear all the brands you want, but you can still look like a fool.
Big
And
time.
that's the
Shout
thing.
out to all the rappers. I'm sorry.
So that's the thing.
You dress terrible.
Damn, okay.
It's true. Whoever styles y'all, like I sort of like, I'm like, come on, man. Really?
Some people they are right, but
That's
I
the
feel you.
1%.
Right. You can't live your life as an entertainer. You can't live your life in a movie. And I feel like we're kind of obsessed with that in this day and age, with attention, that I want to live in the moment. And we get into these things where we've all been there. When you go out to eat and someone is taking a picture of the damn food, it's like, just eat, please. Just
Yo,
eat.
again, any of my friends, I swear to God, when we go out post quarantine and we're about to eat and you whip out your phone, I'm ruining your meal. I've been doing this a lot. I'll just put my spoon in your meal, take a picture of
Exactly.
that. What's wrong with you, son? Like, who
Or
cares?
one of the things
Respect your food.
we'll see a celebrity in LA, or I'm only saying that because I just took a trip there in
Shout out to
the summer.
shout
And
out to West Coast.
so you go to the museum and then you see a celebrity in this part of the museum in front of this piece of artwork taking a picture. Oh, I want to go do that. I want to do that. And it's like, yo, you're not gonna look at the whole exhibit.
No, son.
People would, and that's the thing. We are so conditioned to think what they're thinking and be influenced by that, that you will pay $25 to speed through the whole museum to
Just to go
take
to
a
that one
picture of
part and
that,
take a
and
picture
then maybe wander around a little bit more and be like, okay, I'm
and
done.
leave.
What other spot were they at? I want to go to that restaurant. Like, do some research. It's plenty of places to go eat around the world.
That actually brings up a point. I never understood the business model of Madame Tussauds or whatever her name is, the company where they make celebrity wax figures.
Right.
How do people pay for that? I've walked past that spot more than 1,000 times at this point.
I actually
never
forgot
not once
that existed.
I have never not once been tempted to be like, yo, I want a picture with a wax figure of. To me, it's absurd. Like, I really want to like research on like the mental the mental pathway that, like, or the mental the pathway of thinking of these people to wake up, leave your house with the intention of going to a wax museum to take pictures with a wax figure of a celebrity. Doesn't that sound absurd? Is it just me? Am I the only one that's like sitting here like, yo, are these people okay? And
Now
it's
look,
become a profitable business, and they're profiting off of it.
oh yeah, I'll say this. Once you truly know yourself and you're getting to know yourself. Now, for instance, if you know a celebrity or artist and they align with your values, pardon me, and their actions match too, I think it's okay to say, hey, like, this is an influential. No, I'm not talking about the wax museum.
Oh,
I'm just saying it's okay. Like, that's an influential person, and I would like to make the same positive influences they're making and have that transparency as well.
Again, that's why I talk about Kirby a lot, because he's someone that inspires me. Like, if I see him in person, I'll literally voice out the same things I've been saying about him this whole time, because of how he carries himself, what he does. It's part of the culture. He's literally a voice for the culture, and he puts on like a lot of other designers on too.
Yeah, be true to you. Because even
and if you don't know who you are, then it's the time to start. No, it's time to start actually figuring out who you are and what you like. Go a week without the normal stuff. Go a week without listening to music and see what type of music you naturally gravitate to.
And that's the thing. One of my close friends, we would just, and I'll still do this to this day, just listen to.
I had to. I had to.
I'll try to listen to any like genre, anything I can. It might just be a cool album cover, and I'll click on it just to see what it was. And I might end up liking a couple of songs. But guess what? I'm not gonna let anybody tell me
what to listen to, or a playlist tell me, hey, this is what's hot. Go listen. No.
But then again, there might be a song musicians I listen in that playlist
on there.
You didn't know.
Yeah. True. But I find most of my music from SoundCloud anyways. Like, I really like the underground scene, and I like a lot of like moody music. You could say like very reverby type of like hip hop or like sing-songy melody type ish.
Okay.
And I found artists that, like, if I tell you an artist's name right now, like 451, you're probably like, who the hell is this guy?
I heard of him.
Oh, goddamn. Way to freaking ruin my statement. You could have acted like you didn't know him at least. Goddamn. 451, you're blowing up. That's what's good. Forever Friday or like someone like that, they're getting notoriety now, but like I found them when they were like just SoundCloud artists just putting their music out there. And I like that. And I know that's the type of music I like because I spent time in that genre of like research and stuff like that. And on a normal day, that's what I listen to. Not to exclude like other types of music, but that's what I relate to,
Branch out.
Diversify. Yeah,
exactly.
Of course. But I'm saying that to just highlight the just one of the ways you could go about, like, just being your true self. It's a journey. You would always like afford to make mistakes, even when in relationship with other people, like talking to other people, like, you're not gonna like always be yourself, but it's great to have a set of values where these are the things I believe in and I'm never gonna deviate on it.
Exactly.
No matter the situation.
And that's why
that's just a start.
So I say we can't have it both ways. Because if you say I have this set of
values,
values,
no slides, man.
And
no
I'm
slides.
Strong to this.
Look, he's giving me the fist just because I didn't want to show you about those slides. Yeah, I'm not buying it. All right, I get it. Why I order?
We're gonna rough you up, buddy.
But no, you like you were saying.
if you're rooted in those values and you're someone that is rooted in principle, that you're gonna stay true to that. Simple as that.
For sure. For sure. And find an outlet. I know everything is intimidating. Everything is
Mm-hmm.
has become like an overload of information everywhere. One last tidbit I'd like to give you guys is just like start your day without technology. I know it's hard because we depend
And
on it
end your
for our
day without it.
alarms. Yeah, end your day without it. So like the simple task of like brushing your teeth, be present for it. Just wake up, yawn, pray, go to the bathroom, just leave your phone, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, wash your face, be there, be present, and also like making tea, making coffee, making breakfast. Like enjoy these little things because
Oh yeah.
again, once quarantine is over, you're probably not gonna have the same opportunity again. You're probably
But
gonna work,
try to, get those
allocate,
practices.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like to end your day, you can read a book instead of just scrolling your phone till you fall asleep.
And that
I've noticed I used
that
to have
messes
problems
with your
sleeping.
health. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have problems sleeping, but like once I started reading before bed, like
Mm-hmm.
it's just a natural thing. Once you start feeling tired, like the word starts to look like scribbly, you just close it, then you have one of the best sleeps, and you're also
Exactly.
training your mind in the process. So again, you need to detach from these things as much as possible. I'm saying this because I always lose my phones whenever I travel. God knows which number this is. But again, it's more about the experiences than like your like post of the experience or your digital post of the experience. What I'm saying is while also making a podcast, being hypocrites as well, using technology. But this is an example of using technology to your
Yeah.
advantage and like spreading the word or like using it to create a platform.
Exactly.
So yeah, any last words, my good friend, Senor Patrick?
No. I just want to thank everyone who was watching this episode. We'll watch it,
Shout out to you. You're very special.
and I want
Bless you,
everyone
girl. I see
to
you. Press that like button right there. Just just press
it,
the
it,
like button.
ignore
Damn.
him. Ignore him.
Again, aka not so light skin. I'm back here, baby.
See, he's an opportunist.
Gotta get how you live.
But
I'm kidding. Before y'all come for me, kidding. Not really, but
no, not really. My
no,
IG.
really like it. Really like the really like the video. I mean that for sure. I'm not kidding about that.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, like the video, comment.
Oh yeah.
Get us engaged with the algorithm. We're trying to reach 100K 100 subscribers to start with before 100K. 100K will be lovely by next
Oh,
week.
yeah.
That'd be nice. But no, 100 subscribers. We're trying to reach that soon, and I think we'll do something special for that. Maybe a Q&A episode, something just to
Oh
throw
yeah.
out there. Just to celebrate hitting that milestone. But we thank you guys all for subscribing. We see you all. We're still gonna continue our IG lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We got a busy schedule today.
Anything else you want to tell them before we
Uh,
step off? Support local businesses.
support local business, black business.
Yeah.
Don't support anyone that's trying to be an elitist.
Don't buy
Stay
those damn
black
slides.
and do not be a bunker boy.
Yeah, and don't forget to vote. The most
Exactly.
important. Don't forget to vote and hold your local authorities accountable for their actions. And that's it. Until next time, Tmsi boys.
We out.
Subscribe.